Hey everyone, in this video we are going to explore Postman Notebook, one of the most powerful tool for learning, exploring and sharing API work. Postman Notebook is an interactive article that combines rich text, user input and runnable code blocks all in one space. You can think of it like a smart hands-on tutorial where you don't just read about API, you interact with them directly. If you click on the load the tutorial link, it will generate the entire documentation of the notebook. And there are three types of blocks that the notebook support: basic block, input block and interactive block. Basic blocks are for writing text or adding markdown formatting. Input blocks are used to collect user data like API keys, names. Interactive blocks are to run real-time API request or JavaScript code. You can create a new notebook by clicking on the new draft button, and by typing slash forward slash you can see the different types of blocks the notebook support. Now let me explain the basic blocks and its type one by one. H1 tag, next is the H2 tag, H3 tag, H4 tag, and you can change the title of the notebook here: Postman Notebook. Next comes the bulletin and a numbered list. Let me show one of these. Next is the quote. Next is a code block, let is equal to 10. Next is the divider. As you can see here, a line has appeared. Next is the image, where you can upload your image and add it to the notebook. Now let me explain about the input tag. There are three input blocks. There are three types: text, secret and number. It takes the text as an input. It takes number as an input. Secret tag is for taking password API keys as an input. Password or API keys. Let me add the divider tag here. Yeah. And last one is the interactive blocks. These are the blocks that lets you run live code or make real-time API request right inside your notebook. So first one is the request block. To demonstrate this, I will be using weatherAPI to fetch the current weather for any city. Let me enter here. I will be providing the link as well as the code snippet which I will be using in this tutorial in the description of the video. You can check it there. There are two ways you can take the input. One is by taking the input directly here. Let me click on the preview button. And copy the API key. And click on the send button. As you can see, it has generated me the response. Let me click on the notebook button. And another way is city. We are going to take input here. Sorry, secret and API. Now what are we going to do is we are going to pass these inside the request block. Yeah. Now let me click on the wait. Yeah. Now let me click on the preview button. Let me enter the paste the API key here and enter city. As you can see here, it has generated the response. Now let me click on the edit button. The next interactive block is the code runner block. This block is mainly used to customize the input. For example, let's say we want to extract just the temperature. For that, we need to create a reference of the request block. Let me name it as weather request. Weather request dot. Wait. Reference c dot temp. Now let me click on the preview button. Paste the API key here. Let me click on the send button and run the code block. As you can see here, weather in London 14.3 Celsius. So, and that's how interactive blocks make your notebook not just tutorial but live hands-on experience. Now you have seen how Postman Notebook work and how you can use interactive blocks to make API learning truly hands-on, like we did with the Weather API. Now it's your turn. Go ahead and try building your own notebook. Experiment with the input block, request block, and a code runner, and bring your API stories to life. If you found this useful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you.